Today I want to talk about health and fitness. It's a topic I've struggled with most of my adult life, and and those who know me know that back in 2015 I was probably at a low point in my life, tipping the scales at just a tad over 300 pounds. And in January of 2016, my niece Marcy had challenged me to take up this Advocare 28-day challenge. A bunch of other family members were doing it, so I said, "Yeah, let's make a change." I'm a type 2 diabetic, and my A1C numbers were as high as they'd ever been. And basically, my doctor had told me, "You either make a change or you're going on meds," which is something I'd never had to do. I'd never had to go on diabetes medication. So I jumped on board with this challenge and just decided I was going to make a lifestyle change, a drastic lifestyle change. And I lost 13 pounds in the 28 days, which was a really good jump start. But then, I needed a goal besides just weight loss. So I recruited a team of local friends to join me in doing a Tough Mudder. Tough Mudder was we did a half, which is 5.5 miles, 14 obstacles, most of them involving mud. Put together an amazing team, and we did that. And I also ran my first 5K, probably my last 5K, because my knees just can't take that. But I made a drastic lifestyle change, which included physical exercise every day, whether it was aerobic or weights. And by the time the Tough Mudder rolled around in August, I had lost 64, 65 pounds, something like that. And I had gotten just under 240. Under 240 for the first time in 27 years. So that was a big accomplishment for me. The goal after that was keeping it off. And I did a good job at that. My wife and I had really dedicated ourselves to clean eating and trying to keep the exercise going. I set another goal of hiking the 48 4,000 footers here in New Hampshire. I think I did 3 the first year. And then 2017 came along, and I just didn't have the time to do any climbing. And we did a couple small mountains to get warmed up, but we decided to do the Tough Mudder again. I put together another team. This time there was only 5 of us. The first time there was 13. There were 5 of us that did it, and that was a totally different obstacle course. It was really fun. I really wanted to keep doing those as long as I was physically able. And that again was in August of 2017. And I was right back where I was when I did it in 2016. I was at 240 pounds. So I maintained that weight loss for over a year, which was awesome. I was feeling great. I think my son sent me a birthday card. Happy birthday, 60 years old, and the healthiest you've been in 26 years or 27 years, whatever it was. It was the healthiest I'd been. Then in September, the end of August, I redid the foundation on my house here, and we covered it with cultured stone. And I made a serious mistake of cutting the stone on a saw without wearing any kind of respirator. And you can hear my voice is still not the same as it used to be. I've got a rasp in my voice that just doesn't seem to want to go away. But after probably 20 hours of cutting stone, I had to go away on business, and I developed a major sinus infection. And then that migrated down into my lungs, and I ended up with this weird lung infection. I was telling the doctor I thought it was caused by. They tried antibiotics I think I was on antibiotics for 21 days. Didn't do anything. Went on a steroid program for 21 days. That didn't do anything. Went back and tried a different type of antibiotic, and that didn't do anything. And by the time Christmas rolled around, we went down to visit Jesse down in Arizona. And I couldn't walk 200 yards without having to stop and rest for 10 minutes. I was sucking wind. I just had no energy. That was the worst I'd felt in my life for any extended period of time. I finally went on an inhaler program, and that seemed to kick it out. So I started easing into hiking again. I started shed hunting, and but over the course of those 4 months, I went from 240. I don't know what I was at after December, but now, here it is, middle of May, I'm back up to 268, a place I never wanted to be again. I'm still 30 pounds shy of my high, a little bit more than that, but 268 is just not a healthy weight for me, and so I'm rededicating myself. I said, well, I'm getting back into it. I'm shed hunting, and I'm putting on 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 miles a day. But kind of fooling myself in that, 5 miles of shed hunting takes me 5 hours, and that is not an aerobic pace. So, and I'm huffing and puffing. You listen to some of my videos, I'm huffing and puffing the whole way through. So I've rededicated myself. My wife and I are getting back into clean eating, because not being able to exercise wasn't the only reason I gained all that weight. I really abandoned my my clean eating habits that I had maintained for almost 2 years, year and 9 months. And so we've got to get back into healthy eating. Also going back to the gym. We started yesterday. My intention is to go to the gym a minimum of 3 days a week. And with my travel schedule, that's often hard, but every Hampton Inn I stay at has some kind of fitness center. So I'll, may have to modify it and not be able to do what I can do when I'm home and go to the gym. But starting off with a minimum of 20 minutes of elevated treadmill time, and then we're going into 30 minutes of workout. And those workouts are going to be alternating between cardio and weights. And so here it is now. It's May 15th. I'm tipping the scales at 268. My goal is to get back under 240 by a bare minimum by October. I'm getting a little bit of a late start on this. 28 pounds over the next 4 or 5 months is not, it's not a drastic weight loss. I don't want to do this fast and by starving myself. It's going to be clean eating, low carbs, and exercise, and that's what's going to do it. And so a goal, you need a goal. Everybody needs a goal. And, I was hoping to do the Tough Mudder again, but I've decided I'm probably going to skip that this year, unless I get down to 240 by August, and then, I'll consider it. But I'm putting out a long-term goal. We're going to get back in and start doing the 4,000 footers again. We'll start off with a couple of probably 3,000 footers. I think we're going to go on one this weekend, actually. And then we'll move up, and I want to kick out at least 5 4,000 footers this summer. And then I've never been elk hunting, and elk hunting has kind of been a dream for me for most of my life. So I'm planning an elk hunt for 2019. And in order to do that, I need to be near 220, somewhere between 200 and 220. I don't know if 200 will be a good weight for me, but at least 220. So that's a very attainable goal. We're talking 48 pounds in, not quite 18 months. I think I can do it. I did it before. I'm going to do it again. So stick around and let's see what the progress is. Maybe we can get rid of some of this and a whole lot of this. And that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on on the road to recovery.